I got you, people. So remember that I was talking about legality and defending yourself when it comes to people charging you with something, not to play guilty, to know your rights, to know your what you're being charged of, and you know that they have to prove what they're charging you of, right? That's why I say never play guilty. Always contest whatever they're charging you with, right? Because they got to prove it. So I had a case, right? Because I had one of my trucks towed, and I think that the tow company was playing with the way they do business, right? They was doing bad business practices, right? Like they would delay. They didn't report that my truck was towed because I thought it was stolen, reported, missing or whatever. But I didn't know what happened. I don't know if they stole it or it was towed, whatever. So I called 911. Listen, man, I gotta report my truck's stolen or whatever because I don't see it. Now when I went to the spot. I said I don't see no glass. I don't see nothing broken. I was saying to myself, it's gotta be a professional, right? Because there's no glass. Whoever did it had to have professional equipment or new knowledge. How to take cars, especially with a big truck. So the cop, it had to be. Let me check for you, and they couldn't find it nowhere. But he was saying it was definitely told and things. Yeah, but I don't see it. How come you can't find this? It was told you should be on your system, and said, yeah, but we can't locate it right now. But relocate it. We're gonna see what's going on. I said, can you check? On the CCTV, whatever how they call those cameras that they got now, them swap cameras now or flop cameras to check it. Because I remember one time a cop did it and he seen my car going upstate. My other truck, and they stole that shit. These people, I'm telling y'all, they want something, they're gonna steal it. Don't matter what you put, alarm system, low jazz clubs. These people are professional, man. These people, this is what they dedicate themselves to. They want something, they're gonna take it, they're gonna steal it. So I don't spend money too much on that shit. All I did is put dead bolts on my cylinders. I took the cylinders out and only used one. But anyway, I gotta come back to the subject, right? So I did a report because I noticed that the company had delayed because the police officer found my truck. They said yeah, they was told. So he got the company's address. He gave me, you could pick it up today because it's 24 hours. So I called, listen, y'all told my truck, so I want to know if you have it, but they did have it. I just want to make it sound like I didn't know, but they had it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna come pick it up. They say, they make up an excuse. Oh, we're understaffed or whatever. Can you pick it up tomorrow? You know why they say that, right? Because the more you leave it, the more they charge you. So to me, that was the case, but I didn't mind. So I went the next day and I picked it up, and instead of coming out with the original, paperwork, she did her own paperwork in the computer. She just printed out. And I already knew that she overcharged me, but I didn't want to stay there and continue, arguing or having a conversation because I already know what that leads to, gets you more in trouble and things like that. Because back in the days, it was like that. People always argue, and I already learned that you can't argue when you're having conversation to try to make things work for you. You want to do the best you can to have a decent conversation and get out, and that's it. And then you fight it somewhere else. So that's what I did. I said, okay, no problem. And I paid, she charged me like $400 and something, almost $500 for that tow. It only took 3 days. The next day, matter of fact, 2 days, but the next day she said I couldn't pick it up because there was understaffed. So I waited, and she came up with $400 and something. So I had to pay $2 something in cash, and I paid the other $200 and something on my cell. That's what I do myself because I always want a receipt, and she gave me a receipt too. And I went to the precinct and I got the original paperwork from the toll, right? And it said one thing, $125 plus $15 every day that the car stays there, and then it goes up additional $50 after that, but it was only $15 because it was only there for 3 days. Yo, she came up with like 400 and something dollars. So I didn't mind. I just paid it, left, took my truck, went home, went into the computer, went into 311 complaint forms, and I filed a report. And it took like 3 or 4 months. The city had called me and saying that, oh, that we have a solution for you. But I wasn't there, so she left me the message, and I called her back. The thing was, I also seen in my email that some case was closed, you know, because everything that had problems with the city, I complain about them. I make sure that they're going to harass me. I'm going to file a complaint against them. But anyway, the city did this work, man. They called me back, right? Consumer Protection, Workers Protection Agency of the Department of Consumers. Beautiful, well lady, man. She was doing her work, man. I appreciate that. To the city workers that, you know, they really do work and helping citizens out. So she came up to me, listen, I got a solution for you, and if you accept it, we're gonna continue with that and close the case. I said, no problem. As long as we have proof that they pay me back, they either could pay me through Cell. Check out Cell. I better just do it through Cell. The way I paid them, they could send my money right back through Cell. So she said, all right, if anything happens, give me a call back. So I didn't wait. What I did is got some information, went back over there to the tow company and showed them that, you know, they owe me a refund. I didn't tell them why they owe me a refund. So they was talking about, oh, we sent it to you, and I was waiting like a half an hour, it didn't go through. Then the lady came up, she took me to the administration. They always got excuses for everything, right? Because they couldn't pay me. So I was telling the guy, no, you could pay me because I paid them through your own Cell website, and he went through. You could do that right back and send my money right back to me, the refund. But I didn't tell them that the city told me if there's a problem, call them back and we take it from there. So I didn't tell them that. So anyways, as soon as I was leaving the door, my payment went through. So I said, let's see, they just want to stall you and give you more trouble, you know, see anything changes. But anyway, my money came through. And, you know, I just left. I was happy. I got a refund. And that's it. So, you know, I got $200 and something back from this tow company that overcharged me and telling you, if you don't do nothing, these companies will gouge you out and overcharge you. The thing that people accept it. People got to know what they're really charging. You got to look it up. The laws of these companies that they have that they got to follow to run their business. They cannot just make up charges and administration fees and all that they add to it. No, everything's got to be according to regulations when they got these licenses that they got to follow. So I got my money back. I was happy, you know, but that's why I said you got to fight your cases. You cannot always just accept what they tell you and pay, because sometimes 100% that you could dismiss your case and get a refund or not pay no money at all. And that's what I did, man. So I got another case coming. Well, this one is different, man. This is for a peace officer. I'm telling you, and anybody messes with me, and I figure that they did something wrong and they violated me or my rights or whatever, yo, I file a complaint and I make sure that stays on their record, because it's not fair that we got law-abiding citizens that follow the law, and we got other companies in the city that's trying to take advantage of people that have no idea what they get into, or what they're entitled to fight these allegations that they put them through. You know, so me, I'm that kind of person. I don't take nobody's words or just because they speak intellectual as factual, and that's gonna be the ultimate solution for me. No, I'm gonna do my own research, and I find out something is wrong, I'm gonna appeal it and put a petition and fight it, you know. And sometimes 100% I win the cases. So that's why I'm always fighting with somebody. It's not that I'm a troublemaker. It's that I know something is wrong. I'm gonna fight it, and you know, I want to be treated fairly when it comes to, you know, if you're gonna put a charge on me and something like that, you know, it's a right charge that's gonna fit. You know, it's not something that you made up, a ghost charge, and I play guilty. Well, you know, only that I didn't have to play guilty or how to be guilty or pay a fine, that, you know, it could have been dismissed. Only if I knew, you know, your own rights and the procedures and how to fight these cases. And with that, people, I let you go when you think about that, man. Know what you're getting into before you pay. With that, I let you go. Think about that.